Yo everyone, big news. Memberships are officially live. Whether you use Patreon, the link will be in the description box, or if you want to do it directly via YouTube and you want to click that join button, you can now unlock some exclusive content. What's on offer? Early access to all of my reactions and also full-length watch-alongs. So the way it works is I'll give you a countdown and you can sync up your own footage of the film or the TV show, and it's like I'm watching alongside you in your room or your living room or wherever you're watching. You'll also get access to my private Discord where you can chat directly to me or other supporters, vote on what you want me to react to next, and enjoy other exclusive content. Honestly, it's down to you guys, whatever you want. So yeah, click that join button below or head to the description box if you want to do it via Patreon. Can't wait to see some of you there. Peace. Whose statue is this?
In her heart, your mother knew you'd be hunted all your life, that you'd never escape your fate. The skill of the elves can reforge the sword of kings, but only you have the power to wield it. I do not want that power. I have never wanted it.
Well, you have it. It's too bad.
Take it. It's so light. Yes, made by the elves. The blade glows blue when orcs are close. Here's a pretty thing. Mithril. As light as a feather, and as hard as dragon scales. Let me see you put it on.
Nice.
Oh,
Don't let him see that.
my own dream. Oh, I should very much like to hold it again, one last time.
Oh my goodness me. Guys, I'm so jumpy. It's so bad.
I'm sorry I brought this upon you, my boy. I'm sorry that you must carry this burden. I'm sorry for everything. On you who travel with him, no oath nor bond is laid to go further than you will. May the blessings of elves, men, and all free folk go with you.
The elves are so regal. They're probably quite up themselves as well. That feels like maybe the last time they'll see each other. Looks like a painting. Look at the landscapes. I just heard something. Did the I think the Avengers theme might have borrowed a bit of the theme from Lord of the Rings.
The gap of Rome will still be open to us. Gandalf, we could pass through the mines of Moria. My cousin Balin would give us a royal welcome. I would not take the road to Moria unless I had no other choice.
Oh. All right. They got a bit about them.
Curbine from Dunland!
Curbine? Dudland?
Spies of Sauron. We must take the pass of Heracles.
Look at the I'm sorry. We might have to do a landscape counter because what? Look at the visuals. Who's picking it up? Not him. Is it Boromir? Put that thing down.
It is a strange fate that she suffers so much fear and doubt over so small a thing. Such a little thing. Boromir! Give the ring to Frodo.
Otherwise, we'll call Joffrey.
As you wish. I cannot.
It's not what your face is. I'm not used to not liking Sean Bean. What are these? Oh, these are the snitch birds. They're going to report back to Saruman.
So Gandalf, you tried to lead them over Arthas. And if that fails, where then will you go? Will you risk?
This is a joke. I'm not going to say the landscapes, but this is treacherous.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea.
There is a fell voice from the air.
Can't like Gandalf reverse it? Thank you. Sindarin. Are we gonna lose someone? Okay, everyone's still here.
Let us go through the mines of Moria.
Ugh. He was shook of this place. Is Moria like what? South London? I'm sorry, it's a joke.
You know what they awoke in the darkness of Khazad-dûm.
Khazad-dûm.
Let the ring bearer decide.
Is that a good idea? Doesn't the ring have influence? Still, somewhat.
We will go through the mines.
Oh, he's shook.
How's your shoulder?
Better than it was.
And the ring? You feel its power growing, don't you? I feel it too. Evil will be drawn to you from outside the village, and a fear from within.
Who then do I trust?
You must trust yourself. Trust your own strengths.
Not even Gandalf.
Me.
There are many powers in this world, for good or for evil. The walls of Moria. Estimably, their own masters cannot find them if their secrets are forgotten.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
What is this ancient beef between the dwarves and the elves? What happened?
It reads, the doors of Durin, Lord of Moria, speak friend and enter. Anon Nahel, Edro Hiab.
Well, this is obviously not going to work.
Nothing's happened. What are you going to do then?
Knock your head against these doors, Peregrine Took, and if that does not shatter them, and I am allowed a little peace from foolish questions.
I don't like him too, but that was harsh.
Go on, now. Go on.
Oh,
Yes, we are.
does he? That's sad.
Do not stir in the water.
Why are they always doing something chaotic? Maybe it's because we haven't fed them. Don't piss me off. These hobbits.
Speak friend. And enter. What's the Elvish word for friend?
Oh, was it that simple? Gandalf. Come on, bro. Oh, hurry up. There's something in the water. Chop, chop. Close the door, please.
My friend is the home of my cousin Valio, and they call it a mine. A mine! This is a mine. It's a tomb.
Close the door. Oh my gosh. What is that? Is that a kraken? How many legs are there? Oh my goodness, is that actually a kraken? Wait, the legs, or the arms rather. The arms have arms. I told you guys to close the door like 5 hours ago.
We must face the long dark of Moria. Be on your guard. There are older and fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world.
Oh, goodness me.
The wealth of Moria is not in gold or jewels, but mithril.
Mithril, isn't that what his chainmail's made out of?
Bilbo had a set of mithril rings that Thorin gave him. Oh, that was a kingly gift. But its worth was greater than the value of the Shire.
Oh. Don't say anything. Keep it to yourself. His face is worrying me. What's wrong?
I have no memory of this place.
Is that Gollum?
It's Gollum. He's been following us for 3 days.
He escaped the dungeons of Barad-dûr.
Escaped
Was freed.
or set loose. Now the ring is drawing near. Smeagol's life is a sad story.
Smeagol?
Yes, Smeagol, he was once called. Before the ring found him, before it drove him mad.
But didn't kill him when he had the chance.
Pity. It was pity that stayed Bilbo's hand. Many that lived deserved death, and some that died deserved life. Can you give it to them further? Do not be too eager to deal out death and judgment. Even the wise can see all ends. My heart tells me that Gollum has some part to play yet, for good or ill.
Fair enough.
The pity of Bilbo may rule the fate of Mania.
I wish the ring had never come to me.
I'm not gonna lie. Bilbo set him up.
Bilbo was meant to find the ring, in which case you also were meant to have it. And that is an encouraging thought.
I mean, who's the god of this universe in terms of when he says you were meant to have it? Like, it was destined. What governs destiny in this universe?
Behold, the great realm of the dwarf city of Dwarrodelf.
Dwarrodelf. So much death. What? What's wrong? Whose tomb is this? His cousin?
Here lies Barley, son of Hundin, Lord of Moria. He is dead then. It's as I feared.
We must move on. We cannot linger.
Legolas, what's going on?
We have barred the gates, but cannot hold them for long. Ground shakes, drums in the deep.
I can't hear any drums.
A shadow moves in the dark.
Something's coming.
They are coming.
Why is it always him? What has he done? What has he awoken? For the 5th time? Did he just set off the whole thing to crumble? Oh my gosh, I hear something.
Fool of a took. Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Okay. It was just the sound of the flame. Oh my goodness me. I don't want to go down this tunnel. Any creature army that has a drummer, I don't want to know. Oh, it's orcs. Oh, we're screwed. Oh, they're archers. I just thought they were hand-to-hand combat orcs. They got weapons? Oh wait, no, we saw them building. I'm not sure vengeance is gonna work, sir. The makeup on those things is insane. Oh my goodness me, look at them. Is their blood black? Oh my God. Who is that? Oh wow, he's strong. Oh, they're strong. Ooh. Go on. Not the tomb. Oh. Legolas is a G. Stab it in the eye. No, it's gonna figure you out. It's gonna figure you out, bro. I knew it. Don't die, please. Sorry for this. I just thought, if you could hit that subscribe somewhere there, I just think that would be really, really great. Yeah. Cheers. Thanks. Again! There's no flipping way. This is not real. There's no way. What do we do now? He's not. In the brain, come on. Finally? Is Frodo really dead? Guys, I completely forgot he was wearing that thing. This doofus. Why'd you pretend like you were dead? Yeah, he's a damn liar. Making me shook for no reason. I can't believe I completely forgot he had that. We literally just spoke about it. There's more. Guys, what are the limits of Gandalf's powers? I thought he could have just turned around and just I don't know, blown everyone back. Like you saw what he was doing in the fight with Saruman. Guys, there's 20,000. What do you do now? Oh my gosh, look at that. What? Who now? We've had a troll. We've got 70,000 orcs. What again? Oh, even they're shook. If they are shook, what more for us? Is this what he was? Is this what he was afraid of when they mentioned that they were coming here?
This foe is beyond any of you.
Well, we're stuck. Are we about to do a Harry Potter? What's the name of the chief wizard from the school? Dumbledore. Ian McKellen's face is giving me, I'm about to sacrifice myself. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Are we going to see this thing? I thought you man ran away. Legolas is goated. Oh my God. I'm not going to lie, Frodo should have been the first one to jump. He's the most important. They better not save him till last. Guys, Frodo should have been first. Guys, what do we do now? I mean, we've got no choice now. Get moving. Just... Okay, we got momentum. Is it going forward? Okay. 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 Right, so we completely avoided the Balrog. That's absolutely going to come back, isn't it? Maybe not in this film, maybe in the next. Oh, never mind. Oh my goodness. There's a demon in Marvel who looks similar to this. I wonder if it was inspired by the design of this. Oh, wow. What? Okay, Moses. Please subscribe. Cheers. Go on. Where's his staff? Oh, it's not going to do him any favors now. He's got to use two hands. You fly. Why are we Dumbledoring? In the first film? Look at these stupid orcs and their crap aim. I cannot believe we've done it. Oh my goodness me. Landscapes flipping beautiful again. Can't believe they had CGI like this back in the day. Back in the day, 2001.
By nightfall, these hills will be swarming with orcs. We must reach the woods of Lochloy.
He's right.
Get them out. Frodo? Frodo!
It's a great performance, by the way. Elf witch. So she's like a crossbreed between like the wizards and the elves. I was going to ask if Sauron and Gandalf were the only wizards.
Coming to us is as the footsteps of doom. You bring great evil here, ring bearer.
Here's one dwarf she won't ensnare so easily. I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox.
Do you really?
So loud we could have shot him in the dark.
Are they evil elves?
Aragorn and Dunedain. Hispanende, amen. Speak words we can all understand. We have not had dealings with the dwarves since the dark days.
Oh, them is fighting words.
You bring great evil with you. You can go no further.
He's trying to kill the evil.
Gandalf's death was not in vain.
It better not be.
You carry a heavy burden, Frodo. Don't carry the weight of the dead. You will follow me.
You follow me. I'm sorry, I'm just in a bad mood because Gandalf has died. In the first movie.
Kalos Galathon, the heart of Elvendom on Earth.
These elves live differently to the others. This place is crazy. Oh, they're hypnotized, boy. Welcome back, Kate Blanchett. Was this her first big? No, it can't have been her first big role. Maybe it was.
The enemy knows you have entered here. What hope you had in secrecy is now gone. Tell me, where is Gandalf? For I much desire to speak with him. I can no longer see him from afar.
Gandalf the Grey did not pass the border. He has fallen to shadow.
He was taken by both shadow and flame.
How can they see this? Or how can she see that?
Needless were none of the deeds of Gandalf in life. We do not yet know his full purpose. Do not let the great emptiness of Khazad-dûm fill your heart, Gimli, son of Gloin. For the world has grown full of peril. And in all lands love is now mingled with grief.
I feel like she's psycho reading everybody. Stop. Oh my gosh.
What now becomes of this fellowship? Without Gandalf, hope is lost.
They speak really slow.
The quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but a little and it will fail. Yet hope remains, while the company is true. Do not let your heart be troubled. Go now and rest, for you are weary with sorrow.
This is true. I am.
Tonight, you will sleep.
Welcome, Frodo of the Shire. One who has seen the eye.
She has to stop, ma'am.
You need to leave!
Oh, they're actually singing this. Like, I thought this was a score.
I heard a voice inside my head.
So did I.
She spoke of my father and the fall of Gondor. She said to me, even now there is hope left. It is long since we had any hope. My father is a noble man, but his rule is failing. Our people lose faith. He looks to me to make things right. I would do it. I would see the glory of Gondor restored. Have you ever seen his Aragorn? The white town of Ecthelion, glimmering like a spike of pearl and silver. Have you ever been called home by the clear ringing of silver trumpets? I have seen the White City. Long ago. One day, our paths will lead us there, and the Tower Guard shall take up the call. The Lords of Gondor have returned.
At first, I thought that was a reference to the afterlife, like being called home. She scares me. Of course, she knew he was following her.
Will you look into the mirror?
What will I see?
Even the wisest cannot tell, for the mirror shows many things. Things that were, things that are.
Things that will be. Oh, the Shire's done for. What is her purpose?
I know what it is you sword, for it is also in my mind. It is what will come to pass if you should fail. Fellowship is breaking. It has already begun. He will try to take the ring. You know of whom I speak.
Boromir.
It will destroy them all if you ask it of me. I will give you the One Ring. You offer it to me freely. I do not deny that my heart has greatly desired this.
Snatch your hand back.
In place of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen! Not dark, but beautiful and terrible!
Terrible? Yeah, you're not fit. You're not fit for this.
I pass the test. I will diminish and go into the west.
She was testing herself.
You are a ring bearer, Frodo. To bear a ring of power is to be alone.
Oh yeah, of course, in the opening.
This task is appointed to you, and if you do not find a way, no one will.
So what does hers do?
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
Do you know how the orcs first came to be?
No, please tell me.
They were elves once.
Oh, this is a special one that he bred.
Tortured and mutilated. A ruined and terrible form of life. Fighting Uruk-hai.
Uruk-hai.
Whom do you serve? Saruman.
Saruman, not Sauron.
Do not stop until they are found. You do not know pain, you do not know fear. You will taste man first.
Look at them.
One of the halflings carries something of great value. Bring them to me alive and unspoiled.
Feels like Saruman wants the power for himself. I feel like he's really doing this for Sauron.
May these cloaks help shield you from unfriendly eyes.
Lembas. Elvish weight. One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man.
Well, that's going to be finished by the time you come back.
Did you eat?
Full.
Oh, he's already started.
Strange creatures bearing the mark of the White Hand have been seen on our border. Seldom do orcs journey with the opening under the sun, yet these have done so.
Oh. It seems like a lot of the elves have a great respect for Strider. Sorry, I've forgotten his real name. More so than Legolas, even though he's a fellow elf.
These are the daggers of the Noldori. They have already seen service in war. Do not fear, young Peregrine Took. You will find your courage.
I hope so.
And for you, Samwise Gamgee, elven rope made of heathline.
Thank you, milady. Have you run out of those not-shiny daggers?
She didn't even say anything. She said,
And what gift would a dwarf ask the elves?
To look upon the lady of the Galadriel one last time, for she is more fair than all the jewels beneath the earth. That was something.
oh, spit it out. What was it he asked for?
And the gift you already bear, a Maladine, the Antiquil Arwen.
Anidonia Bromyatha, Ale Periatha, Atarimethi de Namara, Anino, Kinatha, Nara.
That choice is yet before. You have your own choice to make, Adwar. To rise above the height of all your fathers since the days of Elendil. Or to fall into darkness with all that is left of your kin.
Mankind is really some punks in this universe.
I give you the light of Elendil, our most beloved star. May it be a light for you in dark places when
She is really some like Angel Gabriel type. Scared me for a second, but can we keep her around? We lost Gandalf.
Having looked my last on that, which is fairest,
This guy is in love.
I will call nothing fair unless it be her gift to me.
Oh my god.
I asked her for one hair from her golden head. She gave me 3.
I'm sorry. He doesn't care about the Asian beef no more. Where did they shoot this film? Must have been in several countries. Ain't no one country this beautiful everywhere. Ugh, probably is. Wait, I feel like I know it's shot in New Zealand. And New Zealand is a beautiful country. I feel like it's shot in New Zealand. These lot can't swim, can they? I know they've got new talents. They can stay out in the sun, but they can't swim, can they? How much money was spent making this movie? It must have been the most money spent on the movie at this time. Like up until 2001.
Mr. Frodo, you're all right, but you're not. I'm here to help you. I promised Gandalf that I would. You can't help me, Sam. Not this time.
Oh,
Get some sleep.
Samwise is one of my favorite characters so far.
Minas Tirith is the safer road. From there we can regroup. Strike out for Mordor from a place of strength.
There is no strength in Gondor that can evade us.
You were quick enough to trust the elves. Yes, there is weakness. There is frailty.
Here goes the splintering that she was talking about.
We're afraid. All your life, you have hidden in the shadows, scared of who you are, of what you are.
I will not leave the ring within 100 leagues of your city.
They would be the worst people to get their hands on it, as we've seen in the past. I think we've seen every single type of... Okay, we haven't seen a desert, but we've seen every type of like environment, landscape. Like we've been in the snowy mountains, we've been on the hills, grasslands, farm. Now look at this. Whoever directed this movie was like, I am going to make sure you see this place.
We approach Mordor from the north.
Oh, yes? Just a simple matter of finding our way through Emin Muir. An impassable labyrinth of razor-sharp rocks. And after that, it gets even better.
That is our road. I suggest you take some rest and recover your strength, Mr. Dwarf.
We're coming.
We should leave now. No. Orcs patrol the eastern shore. We must wait for cover of darkness.
It is not the eastern shore that worries me. A shadow under threat has been growing in my mind. Something draws near.
Not Gollum. Something else.
Where's Frodo?
No. Oh no.
None of us should wander alone. You least of all.
Yeah, and not with Boromir.
I know why you seek solitude. You suffer. I see it day by day. There are other ways, Frodo. Other paths that we might take.
I know what you would say. And it would seem like wisdom, but for the warning in my heart.
Warning? Against what?
Yeah, take the high ground.
You see, that is madness.
There is no other way.
I ask only for the strength to defend our faith. Why do you recoil? I am no thief.
You are not yourself.
They will find you. They will take the ring. And you will beg for death before the end.
Don't turn your back on him.
It is not your sake I have come to shout.
You have to kill him. You might have to kill him. Oh, he's put it on. Does that alert them again?
I see your mind. You will take the ring to Sauron. You will betray us.
What?
And the death of us all. Curse you. Curse you.
Okay, can we leave this place now? Take it off, please. Oh my goodness me.
Frodo?
It's taken Boromir.
Where is the ring?
Stay away! Frodo! I swore to protect you. Can you protect me from yourself? Would you destroy it?
Oh.
I would have gone with you to the end. Into the very fires, mortal.
He passed the test.
I know.
Thank you, Galadriel, for that wisdom.
Look after the others. Especially Sam. He will not understand.
Oh, Sam. He's going to be so upset. Oh my goodness me. We cannot lose 2 people in one film. Maybe I underrate him. Go on. Go on. No. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, and please let him go. Oh. No. Okay, wait, I don't need you to do that. Now I feel bad. Oh. God bless you, Cramp Twins. I didn't want you to go out like this. You've been troublesome, but this is a great... Oh, Boromir. Legolas is so clear. What does that mean? Oh, mankind. You got an army? How are they shooting this? From the trees? They are doing well. Oh no. No. Oh my goodness me. Subscribe. He's still going. Listen to the score in the background as well. It's like an elven song. He's still going. Oh, I mean, at least they're being captured and they're not being killed. I'm glad Boromir got some redemption because he was being poisoned the whole time. But his final act was redeeming. What? Aragorn is clutch as well. Ooh. Oh, he lost an arm as well. He said drive it into me. Nice job. Thank you. Off we pop.
Frodo, where is Frodo? Then you did what I could not. I tried to take the ring from him. The ring is beyond our reach now. Forgive me. I have failed you all.
No. You fought bravely.
Leave it. It is over. The world of men will fall, and all will come to darkness, and my sisters will ruin.
I do not know what strength is in my blood, but I swear to you I will not let the White City fall. Nor our people fail.
Our people. Our people. I would have followed you, my brother. My captain. My king.
Oh. That was some top Sean Bean acting right there. Damn it, we've lost 2. We've lost 4. 2 have died. Gandalf and Boromir are dead. The Cramp twins have been taken.
Frodo!
Oh, Samwise.
I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide.
Excuse me?
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
Where are you talking from? I thought he was going to throw it in the river or something.
No! Frodo! Mr. Frodo!
Oh my gosh. I love Sam.
Come back, Sam! I'm going to Mordor alone. Of course you are. And I'm going with you.
I love it.
You can't swim.
Oh my gosh.
Sam!
Don't take the piss. What are you doing? Don't. You're joking me. Oh my goodness me. I promise you, I was not. I would have quit right here.
I made a promise, Mr. Frodo. A promise. Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee. And I don't mean to. I don't mean to. Oh, Sam.
Oh my gosh. Oh. I was this close to shedding a whole bunch of thug tears. I held it together. You ain't gonna get me. You'll eventually get me on this channel to cry, but not today.
You mean not to father? Frodo's fate is no longer in our hands.
Then it has all been in vain. The fellowship has failed.
Not if we hold true to each other. We will not abandon Merry and Pippin to torment and death. Not while we have strength left.
Leave all that can be spared behind.
We travel light.
Did you hear that?
Mordor. I hope the others find a safer road.
Strider will look after him.
I don't suppose we'll ever see them again.
you're with me.
Wow. Wow. Samwise flipping Gamgee. I apologize to everyone else. We'll get to them. But Samwise Gamgee. I think I called him like Sam G, Sam G. I call him bare things. Samwise flipping Gamgee is a G. He is a ride or die till the end, till his last breath. He had one command from Gandalf, and he said, I will not remove. He said, I'm going to stay loyal to my boy no matter what he wants. I'm going to do what I came here to do. And if you remember, he wanted to go back home. Low key, high key, even. You can imagine how homesick he was, or he is. Do you remember when he was standing and he was like, this is as far as I've ever been? And now look where he is. And he's still committed to do his job because Frodo's not done. Until Frodo is ready to go, Sam G ain't going nowhere. And even when Frodo says no, you can't come, Sam G's gonna be there. Still calling him Sam G. Samwise. What does he say? He says like, I made a promise because Gandalf told me don't leave him, and I don't mean to. He doesn't mean to. One of the main themes of this movie is this burden of responsibility that a lot of the characters have. And the responsibility on Samwise Gamgee is Frodo. He's emotional support throughout this movie. But don't get it twisted. He can throw 1, 2 here and there. But until this mission is complete, the guy is not going nowhere. So everyone can do one. Yeah? That's my guy. That listen, if Samwise Gamgee at any point if he goes, I'm going. I'm Samwise Gamgee's Samwise Gamgee. Does that make sense? Anyway, the actor Sean Astin, I looked through some of his filmography. I ain't watched a lot of any of those. I don't know him from anywhere, but man, he was incredible, especially in those last few scenes, like the one with the quote that I gave you where he's talking to Frodo. My goodness. One of the most interesting characters outside of my Sam Stanning, Boromir. And I gave him a whole lot of stick throughout the movie, but Boromir, straight from the opening of this film, they make sure to tell you what everyone thinks about mankind. Mankind is weak. And mankind is part of the reason why we're in this situation right now. It's because they were too weak and they were corrupted by the ring, essentially. And we have two men who are basically our case studies to test that hypothesis. Is mankind weak? And that's through Aragon, but really and truly, it's mainly through Boromir. Now, on face value, you probably want, or I would probably want to say, oh, yeah, it's true. Men are weak. Look at Boromir. Look at what he did. Look at how he was influenced. It must be true. But when you look at it, Boromir has all this responsibility on his shoulders. He's so desperate to protect Gondor. I think he says something about his dad being unfit. I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he was saying something about his dad. But essentially, there's this desperation, there's this fight from him to protect Gondor, to restore Gondor. Like he so badly wants to make good or make up. He's obviously not a direct descendant, but he wants to restore mankind or to have them in everyone's good graces. Am I making sense? But unfortunately, that is exactly what makes him so susceptible to the ring's influence. That desperation is what makes it so easy for him to fall into the temptation that the ring presents him and to fall under its influence and to corrupt him. We actually have to talk about this ring as a character in and of itself because genuinely it is doing what it wants, but we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, Boromir is not a bad person. Everything he did, everything he was saying was coming from a place of wanting to protect or to do something from for his people. I don't necessarily think it was pride. Like every time he talks about the ring, he's like, we can use this as a tool to protect our people or to protect Gondor or to fight back against the evil. It's just that the ring was using that for its own purpose. And some may say, yeah, that is why mankind is weak and this is Boromir's weakness. But really and truly, it's that same desperation or that same fight that showed itself in the end when he gets shot with an arrow 3 times and each time he gets back on his feet or he gets back up twice. But you know what I mean? Like he got back up and he fought and he fell and he got back up and he fought and he fell. And in that time, he was able to, he probably bought some time for Frodo and for Pip and Merry, the Cramp twins. So that desperation, that fight that he has, wherever it comes from, probably served them as well as being what was his weakness in terms of being corrupted by the ring. But his redemption at the end is so beautiful, but it's so tragic. And Sean Bean's performance, yeah, Sean Bean, across from, I don't think I know the actor's name who plays Aragon, but the two of them in that scene whilst he's passing away and he's talking about Gondor or his people or men or Numenor. I don't know what any of these words mean, but I loved it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but after Samwise, he was probably my number two. I don't know if Boromir stands are around, but if they are, I'm one of them. I think the last character I have to give a special highlight to is Frodo. I should clarify again, by the way, all these performances from majority of the cast, to be honest, was stellar, but the guys that I've highlighted so far, all excellent performances. Elijah Wood was so good. Elijah Wood knows how to tear up like on command, like just them teardrops are gonna fall. And you know what? I don't tend to find myself usually resonating with main characters. I tend to go for supporting characters. They tend to be just a bit more interesting. Frodo has a lot on his shoulders and a lot to deal with in this film. I've spoken already about this burden of responsibility that many of the characters have in this movie. For Frodo, he's literally carrying the world and he didn't ask for it. And you would never expect it. Like, this is the most. First of all, hobbits are basically not respected amongst most of the other races. Or maybe not respected is the wrong word, but they're like off in the side. They don't seem to be the main characters. Well, now they are, but like they're not spoken of as the wisest or as the skilled fighters or the warriors or as magicians. Bro, they just like their food, they like their weed, they like peace, they like to farm, they like grass. And here's young Frodo, his uncle, who has been carrying this evil with him for how many years. As soon as the evil starts activating, his uncle passes him the ring and disappears into thin air. And now he's responsible for the entire world. Like, it's a lot, but that's the destiny part of this movie. Because as Gandalf says, like, no, you were meant to have it at this time. For whatever reason, you, with all those descriptors I said as the most ordinary, you're off on the side. No, people don't talk about hobbits like that. You have something within you that you were meant to have this at this time for whatever reason. Maybe there's something about Frodo that, because we see him holding the ring a few times, but it doesn't seem to be able to fully corrupt him. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But you have Galadriel, you have Gandalf, you have Aragorn, who get pretty close, and we kind of see them test themselves to see, whether they can almost hold off on the influence or the desire to kind of grab it and use it for their own good. And that's without them holding it. Frodo has been carrying this thing on his person, the entire movie. And he's been able to pretty much resist it the entire time. Now, the question is everything I just said a bunch of tosh? And is the ring really orchestrating everything? We see from the opening, that ring, it jumps off of Isildur's finger into whatever that body of water was. Then Gollum has it. The ring again jumps away from Gollum, and the ring lands peacefully with Bilbo Baggins, and it stays with him all that time until now. Now, is that ring, because that ring is a person, or it has its own mind, is that ring really orchestrating its own destiny? Or maybe destiny is the wrong word, but is that ring making its way back to Sauron itself? Is this the path that actually leads the ring back to Sauron? How can we be sure that whatever Frodo's doing is not under the influence of the ring and is truly what is going to save everyone? How can I be sure? I think Boromir literally says at some point, you're going to give this ring back to Sauron. And I felt like comments like that are not usually just throwaways. So I don't know. I'm just questioning. I'm supporting everyone. Yeah, come on, how do I know Frodo ain't doing the work of the enemy? Like subconsciously. Similarly, Sauron. I don't know. I asked the question. Is this who Sauron truly is, or is he being corrupt by being in proximity, not to the ring, but to Sauron? Like he's in, I can't remember what the name of the darkness area is called. You got Middle Earth and then is it Mordor? Is his presence there, the influence of everything that's going on, corrupting him? Or was he always innately like this? Was it always his path to become this evil guy? Basically says to Gandalf that we need to switch up because we're not going to win. There's only one way to come out of this, and it's by teaming up with Sauron. But I'm like, really? Or are you just not a good person? I don't know. The other thing to it is he feels like he's taking control. It feels like he's almost forgotten that he's doing this for Sauron, and he kind of feels towards the end of this movie like, no, he's the guy, or he sees himself as the guy, and he's giving out the commandments, or the commands, sorry. He's setting the rules, he's setting the pace, like this is all for him. I don't know if he's just being corrupted so much that his mind is gone, or whether he's being used by like Sauron is controlling him almost in a way. but it feels like he's very much like he's gotten too big for his boots and he's forgotten who the authority to him is supposed to be. Maybe that might be his downfall later on in the series. Question on Gandalf and Sauron. What are the limits of their power? Because there's times where I expected Gandalf to do certain things in certain situations to get everyone to safety, and he didn't do them. And I don't know if that's because I have the wrong uh, perception of who Gandalf is or what the wizards can do. Are they even called wizards? I think I might have just said that. But like, what is the limit of their power? I mean, we see Sauron, we see him like basically bring down an avalanche on them guys from 20,000 miles away. We see Gandalf do the do not pass. We see him do little like things here and there. We basically see him also like stopping the Balrog from crossing the bridge. But we don't see anything too spectacular. So I'm unsure of what he's capable of. Because we even see that one elf when she's like fighting or she's running away from the Nazgul. Is it the Nazgul? Something like that, the Nine, where she brings like this tidal wave of horses to like wash them away. And that's probably maybe visually more spectacular than anything we saw Gandalf do. But I am pretty sure Gandalf can do way more. So at times when they were fighting like the troll or loads of orcs, I kind of would have expected Gandalf to just be like, I don't know. It obviously wouldn't have worked cinematically or like for the film. That's not necessarily what I mean. But I just want clarity. What can Gandalf do? Maybe the film is going to tell me itself, and you guys don't need to tell me. But just a question. But yeah, before we get to the technicals, because the technicals were technically, shout out to the wider cast. Kate Blanchett scared the life out of me. Pip and Mary, they're my ops. But they're like, you know what they're like? They're like terrible. They're like little brothers in their terrible twos. That's what them two are. Like they get on my damn nerves, but I don't want them to die. Orlando Bloom, Andy Serkis. I didn't even realize that was Christopher Lee as Sauron. Ian McKellen, the wider cast, everyone was great. I wonder if some of them also got their big breaks in this film. I wouldn't know because I already know them, but I'm sure this was some of their big breaks. But yeah, man, the technicals, the technical aspects of this movie. Here's the thing, yeah. I am a fan of the super. No one says this. I'm a fan of the superhero genre. I like comic book movies. I like superhero movies. I wouldn't even call them a guilty pleasure. I enjoy them. I know you're not supposed to say that if you like film, but I do. I'm sorry. I know this comparison is not wholly fair because fantasy and whatever comic book movies, they're not necessarily in the same genre, but they're in the same kind of sphere. And when I think about the budget that some of these superhero comic book, whatever you want to call them, movies have access to, and I look at Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, what on earth are we doing today? Because I'm looking at makeup, set design, costume, locations, cinematography. Not a penny was wasted on any of those aspects of this film. That film could come out today and look better than half of the superhero movies that have come out in the last 5 years. Half is not even enough. Probably 99%. You know what? Probably all of them. How and why? And I'm thankful for watching this now because it's kind of reset what I should expect to see. And maybe it's going to make me even harsher on what I'm going to see from here on out, which to me is a good thing. Because, I mean, we've had some superhero movies that go across the globe, maybe sometimes even travel universes. Obviously, it's hard to find. Obviously, if you're doing planet to planet, it's not the same as doing like location to location on Earth. But like visually, nothing compares. And that should not be the case. Scenery, landscapes. What happened? What happened to practical makeup? What happened? These films have more budget. Probably. I ain't looked at the numbers. But I mean, if they want to, they can give more budget to these movies. So why do they not? You know the other thing? I mean, forget, all that I said is valid. But even aside from that, the creativity from behind the camera, from Peter Jackson and Andrew Lesney. Like I said it during the film, some of the shot choices, the crash zooms, the sweeping shots, like they could have easily sat back and said, "Listen, we've done so much with everything else that we can just sit back and and let the visuals do the visualing." But like, they're like, "No, we got these cameras. Let's also use them creatively." Creatively, creatively. My biggest issue with the MCU is literally some of the movies, some, not all, but but s- you can literally take three of them, and you cannot see any kind of imprint from the director or the cinematographer. It's just there in front of you. They could have been directed by AI, honestly, and you wouldn't know. But yeah, this film, I mean, I have no words for how good this film looked. And The Hobbits. I'm sorry. This is movie magic because I know sometimes they use like a platform to get people to be taller, but this is different. Like The Hobbits look like scaled down people. It's different to dwarves. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so the proportions almost need to look similar. They just need to look smaller. How have they done that? Because there's shots where, like the fellowship at the end of part one, that fellowship scene where you got everyone lined up and the hobbits are in front. How have they done that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping there is the Lord of the Rings documentary on how it was made that I can watch when all of this is over. I'm not going to watch it yet, but that's probably going to be really interesting. The other thing is, I found out this was filmed. I knew this was filmed in New Zealand. It was in the back of my brain. I just had to pick it out. They've shot all three of these movies back to back to back. Excuse me? How did, in this modern era, of this franchise era now, this would never happen? So, how did that happen then? How did they have so much faith? I guess studios were just willing to take risks back then. Nowadays, everyone wants to rely on franchises or like IP that already has a fan base. But I'm just shocked that back then they were able to get approval. Someone was able to get it approved that they're going to shoot all three of these movies back to back to back. And it looks like they spent a lot without knowing the performance of the first movie. That to me is incredible. I mean, the closest example I can think of, maybe there's something else, is like Infinity War and Endgame. But look at what those movies had previously for Marvel to be like, yeah, you can do that back to back. It doesn't matter. We're confident enough in Infinity War that Endgame can be shot back to back and we don't have to like scrap everything. It's nuts. And it's crazy how much this film holds up, by the way. Like, I think a big part of it is how much the work they put in to the visual storytelling of this movie, but also the story just carries itself. I don't think this is ever going to be a story that goes stale. The music, the theme, I spoke about it briefly, mainly in comparison to things I was hearing. I sound like such a superhero head right now, but I did hear that little reference to the Avengers theme. That aside, well, I mean, that's a critique. That's a critique of the Avengers or like Alan Silvestri. I don't know, whatever. Music in this film was beautiful all over. When it was triumphant, it was triumphant. When it needed to be kind of somber, the elven singing, all of it was beautiful. This movie was beautiful. I loved it. I'm ready for episode 2. Take me there ASAP. Do I have anything else to say? Oh, I'm interested to hear people who watched this when it came out, how people, obviously, I mean, this film literally won the Oscar, but how did people receive the part one nature of this film? This film is very much satisfactory in the character arcs, but it's very much a part one. Like, if this film came out in isolation, people would be like, right, there's a rest. And it would be fair. And I remember when Dune Part 1 came out, that was something that a lot of people were saying is they didn't enjoy the part oneness of the film. I enjoyed it because, like I said, the character arcs in that story, I think, were satisfactory enough that knowing I had part 2 coming, I was willing to give it that conclusion over the two movies. And I feel the same way here. I wonder if this faced some criticism from many people of being an incomplete story in totality. Do you get what I'm saying? So let me know. But I love this film. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to say anything else. Bring me, what are they called? The Two Towers? Something like that? We will be there. See you guys there. Peace.